ready. When you were a boy like me, tell me about who you were and who you wanted to be. Tell me about every blood, sweat and tear earned true. What's a boy to do to be a man like you? Old man, tell me stories about how you met your love. Tell me about how you see her smiling from up above. Old man, tell me stories about what you two did as kids. Tell me how there's nothing you wouldn't do to go back with. Old man, tell me what you did when you were a boy like me. Tell me about who you were and who you wanted to be. Tell me about every blood, sweat and tear earned true. Tell me what's a boy to do to be a man like you. Tell stories like that old man did. Maybe one day I'll tell stories to my children's kids. But no matter what I tells a story quite like you. Dad spent his whole paycheck on a Heineken, and Mom's working herself to death between two jobs. Dad says he'll make the money back when he goes out to play cards. And Mom's hiding every dollar bill that she can find. She always says the same damn thing. But it ain't never gonna change. It'll always be the same. It ain't never gonna change. We ain't got nobody to blame. It'll always be the same. Needed something to heal the pain, and in my dad's footsteps I stumbled into boots. Ever since I was a kid, I always said that I'd be dead before I became a drunken piece of shit like you. But it's always the same damn thing. And it ain't never gonna change. It'll always be the same. It ain't never gonna change. We ain't got nobody to blame. It'll always be the same. It'll always be the same. It'll always be the same. Lord knows we ain't never After 14 hours in a delivery room, I finally got to hold you. The most beautiful baby I'd ever seen. I held you while you cried, saw the sparkles in your eyes, and decided I'd be damned if you grew up like me. It's time to change. I won't let it be the same. It's time to change. I've only got myself to blame. I won't let it be the same. Thank you. Fingers hurt. Had a show last night, doing this today. Tearing me apart. Daddy worked in the coal mine, and one day he never came home. Then Mama worked to raise us kids, and she did it all alone. Mama always did her best, and I always tried to help her raise us kids, especially after Dad died. Hell, I was just a kid myself when I tried to be a man. Working when I got home from school to help Mama any way I can. And she said, boy, if you keep on living this life that you've led, soon you'll look as old as me, or you'll be young when you're dead. But Mama, go on and lay down. I'll put the kids to bed and find a way out of this town. Oh Mama, go on and lay down for the night. Don't you worry about a thing, I'll make sure we're alright. We'll be alright. kids are out of the house. And between my own kids and work, I do my best to come around. But Mama's starting to slow down, and her hair it's starting to turn gray. And I knew we didn't have much time till we'd see that day. But Mama, go on and lay down. I'll help you make your bed, and I'll move back into town. Oh, Mama, if I knew that goodnight meant goodbye, I would have told you I loved you once more and held you tight. Oh, Mama, I watched them lay you down. 6 feet don't feel that far till it's in the ground. Oh, Mama, I thought about you tonight. Miss you like hell, but at least you're finally doing alright. Oh, Mama, I've been so long, ever since you've been gone. This house don't feel like home. Oh, Mama, I've been so long. At least I still got your voicemails on my phone.
All right, we are here with John D. Cornman III. Is all of that? Was that what you go by? The full John D. Cornman III?
That's what a lot of people call me.
Is that your stage?
My stage name is just John Cornman for the most part.
All right. So for people who haven't heard your sound yet, how would you describe it?
A lot of what I play acoustically is more country oriented, but the stuff that I record is definitely a lot more towards rock and blues.
Yeah, your style is kind of, in my ears, it hits me as kind of like an Americana, some blues roots influence and stuff. What got you into playing all that so young?
Well, growing up, I listened to music all the time. I was always playing. My dad had a little HP computer, and he was also always blasting some kind of music going on. And it was anything from Kiss to Dean Martin to Don McLean, like all kinds of stuff. And then we had a piano in my house, a Storian Clark, it was a 1911 or 1912, an old piano. And my whole life, my mother played piano. And then when my parents separated, I spent every night of my life hearing that piano to go to sleep. And without that piano playing, I couldn't sleep right. And I knew that my siblings were having the same problem, so I taught myself how to play piano so that I could play piano at night and help everybody get a little bit better sleep. And that kind of ignited the fire.
Right on. So your voice has a bit of a rasp to it, which is cool. Is that something that came naturally to you, or is that something you kind of worked for stylistically?
I always had a little bit of it, but I never quite knew how to utilize it. I've never had lessons for anything, vocal lessons, guitar lessons, piano lessons, nothing. I can't read music. And the trial and error of finding out how to properly utilize that sound took a lot of singing, a lot of voice cracks, a lot of work.
Yeah, you have a pretty good control over it. Is there any musical influences that you feel like really shape the way that you perform or sound, or shape your overall influence?
I'm a very big Zach Bryan and Tyler Childers fan, and they're a big influence when it comes to my guitar playing. I utilize a lot of hammer-ons and hammer-offs like Tyler Childers does, and I grew up with the storytelling music, so Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, that kind of stuff. And that really influenced my songwriting to where basically every song that I write is some kind of story.
Do you have anything recorded yet that people can listen to online or any other means?
I have, I think, 6 or 7 songs out as of right now, but I'm working on putting out an acoustic album, which all the songs you heard previously will be on this album. My name for Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, everything is jdc3.music.
jdc3.music.
Yep.
So, which do you prefer? Do you like playing out, or do you like writing, or do you like recording? Which is your favorite?
My favorite's probably playing out. I love writing music. I love to be able to create something that people can listen to and people can enjoy. But being able to play it out, especially with the songs that I do write, watching people who have gone through similar things and people who deal with similar struggles, it's a certain kind of comfort and kind of therapy even to know that I'm not the only one that's dealt with this.
Yeah, that's a good reason to do anything, man. So what's your songwriting process like? Do you like to write lyrics first? Do you like to write music first? How's it go for you?
It's a bit of a 50-50 split. Some of the songs I'll be just kind of sitting there and words will start popping into my head, so I gotta write them down real quick into Google Docs. Other times I'm just messing around on the guitar or on the piano, and I come up with something, and in my head I'm like, ooh, when it sticks, it sticks. When it doesn't, it doesn't.
Where do your songs come from? Are they personal stories? Are they fictional stories? Are they things you've observed?
A lot of the music, well, all the music that I write, to a certain degree, has something that I've experienced in it. A lot more. There's some songs like my song Pappy's Room, which is out on Spotify and all that stuff, which is about my personal situation with my grandparents. When my grandmother passed away, we had to sell the house that they were in my whole life to pay for funeral costs. It's very personal in that aspect.
Have you ever written anything that you feel is too personal to share, or is anything fair game for you?
I've written some pretty personal songs, but the way that I look at it is I write almost all my songs about a struggle somewhere. And music I think it's saved my life because people write songs like that and put them out, and I get to know that I'm not the only one that's struggling with whatever problem I'm struggling with. And because of that aspect, any song that I write, I put out just so that anybody that has that same problem, that same struggle, that same thing going on in their life, they can find comfort in it and know that they're not the only one.
Do you have a dream venue or gig or festival that would be the ultimate goal for you?
Red Rocks, Colorado. I want to play in that venue so bad. I've always thought it was such a beautiful place to play, and some of my idols when it comes to music have played there, and it'd just be a great honor to be there.
If you're stranded on a desert island and you've only got one instrument, what is it?
A Les Paul, because they're like 10 pounds, and I could squash anything with them.
It's more of a self-defense mechanism.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's not what I was intending with that, but I like the way you went. That's all I got, so we're going to get this stuff torn down and get out of here.
Thank you for letting me come down and do this. This was awesome, and I'd love to come back and do something like this again.
Heck yeah, man.